Hi guys, welcome to another video. Won't be a gameplay video. This will be more of a show off to the people that just started balloons and they need some tips. I'm As you can might hear, I'm a bit sick, but I'm still making a video because I have free time and I don't know what else to do. So starting off with the Art Monkey, it's honestly, early game crossbow master is one of the best because it can attack camo, it shoot fast and does crits. And if you have monkey knowledge on him, well, not him, one of the monkey knowledges, you can have two of these. Uh, Ultra Juggernaut is mainly only good if you have walls around him, but one of my friends has attacked him with Juggernaut before, and honestly the tactic is pretty good because it can take out a ton of balloons immediately. So yeah, now Boomerang. If you have problem with balloons, like a lot of balloons, go Glaive Ricochet and Glaive Lord. Uh, then if you have problem with Moabs, you go with Moab Domination, of course. But if you genuinely want just a clear good support, you just go with Permacharge. It's really good. Now, Boom Crush, I'd say go for Boom Crush most of the time if you can afford. If you're poor, go for a reclusive cluster and do not buy this. This is just like waste of money, honestly, because later rounds you just don't really lose lives. That's in a small amount, unless you have a Zilly that can sacrifice some of the HP. Now, Moab Eliminator is sure use it, but I'd honestly recommend either this or that. This is if you want to use it. Tag shooter. Okay, so I recommend mainly the tag zone because of its quick firing and really good damage, and it's honestly the first tower you should go for when you're killing bosses. Furthering, if you got excess money and you don't know where to use it, go ahead. Super Maelstrom is also pretty niche support. Now, Ice Monkey is an interesting one. If you have a problem with DDTs, get the Icicle Impale. Absolute Zero is a unique one. You can actually make it so normal monkeys can stand on the water. And Super Brittle, you can get it if you want. I mean, that's again if you have extra money. Now, I'd say Balloon Solver is the best upgrade path to go because it just melts balloons literally. Go the middle path if you need some support, and if you have problem with Moabs, go with Super Glue. And just when you want to slow down things epically, go with this bottom path. Now, Desperado. If you're looking for something cheap and reliable, go with Blazing Sun. It's really cheap and one of the first 5 tiers you can get early on. And Golden Justice is really when you have a distance between track and place whether you can place a dry monkey because he's a sniper and he can help with money. So yeah, that's cool. And Desert Phantom. Go with it if you have problems with Moab, I think. I honestly don't know much about this tower yet, though I maxed it out. Okay, now going to military snipers. Now, you should mainly go for Cripple Moab because of how overpowered it is, but if you're poor, go with a full auto rifle. And again, I don't recommend buying Elite Defender. If of course if you have excess money, you should buy it. And if you use a silly where you can sacrifice your health, you can buy it. And this is just honestly when you have problems with swarms of balloons and just want some more money, or be one of my friends and spam a lot of these and these, and just get a lot of money. But one cool thing about it is is if you have other sniper monkeys around it, they get elite targeting. If you buy this upgrade, which actually makes them reload faster, and it's pretty good. Now, I mainly, it doesn't matter which one you go. You can either go preemptive strike or sub commander. Both of these are really good, and I recommend it. And but if you want just like bite off the layers of the balloons, you can go energizer and plutonium reactor with a skin. I don't even know what energizer does really with skin. This is pretty cool. Oh yeah, yeah, this one's good. This one is support. This and these are attackers. Yeah. So now Buccaneer Pirate is now. If you just want him for attacking, go ahead with the destroyer because it's the really good path and you can get it early on and it's really good for early game. Now, uh, if you want a lot of money, placing a lot of favorite traders and one trade empire is a really good tactic to get money. And Pirate Lord is purely for taking out Moabs. Now, Monkey Ace is interesting one. Mm, I personally recommend going with Sarbomba because it can take out a lot of things for cheap enough price. Sky Shredder is also pretty good if you have a problem with swarms of small balloons and flying. Well, there's just Moab, small balloons, and combine. This is also a pretty good path to go if you have problem with DDTs. Just place a lot of ground zeros and star bombas, and you should be good. Now, if you use Helipilot, you're an interesting person. I'm gonna tell you that, and honestly, it doesn't really matter what kind of class you're gonna go. It's a classic path. Uh, Apache Prime, Comanche, Commanders, both good, but this is purely support. You can get health and money from it, and you can also carry your monkeys around, and this is also support. So if you're early on the game, or well, not early, late actually, I'd suggest you go this path because it can take off not only camos but also shells, which can just have the Moabs the help. Now, I personally don't recommend going for this path unless you can immediately go for Papana because it's overpowered. But this is pretty lame. And the biggest one, if you want it, you can get it. Honestly, it's pretty overpowered, I'd say. But if you can get it, go ahead. Now, this one's clear. This one's for Moabs, and this one's for small balloons. But balloon exclusion zone is well. You don't need to get this the worst path out of these, but it's still not bad. If you want, you can get it again. Now, I'd personally recommend with Prince of Darkness because of how cheap he is compared to others, and he's reliable. And Wizard Lord, if you can afford him, go ahead, buy it. He's gonna help you a lot. And Dark Mage, if you have excess money, like always. Yeah, often I recommend getting things that aren't really useful, but if you have excess money, you should buy them. And that's actually one of the tactics that is pretty good. Now, Super Monkey, you don't need to go through Sun God, but if you want, you can. It's mainly good for VTSG. I'd say the best path to go is Planted Balloon because it's actually the cheapest path to go, and it's really reliable. It has an overpowered ability and simply does a lot of damage. Go this path mainly when you're fighting bosses, trying to get on big waves or trying to get the Vengeful Truce on God. I will make probably a short how to make Vengeful Truce on God. And Legend of the Night, uh, he's pretty good, honestly. He can teleport around the map and even if I'm not wrong, summon a black hole. But he's really expensive, so if you're Jeff Bezos, you can buy him. Ninja Monkey, the best path is probably Master Bomber because he just dominates all the Moabs and Moab class balloons. Grand Saboteur is only good when you need support and if you place a lot of other monkeys, ninja monkeys around him, then he speeds them up if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this one. And Grandmaster Ninja is pretty good in early game, especially Bunjutsu. Uh-huh. Okay, so this one is easy. Go this path if you want some more money and get rid of some webs. This one is a really really good buff. And what I suggest is you probably place it down with with a support Chinook. You just throw him around a bit so every your monkey has a permanent buff. And if I'm not wrong, you can sell him and still have the permanent brew buff. But I'm not sure. You should probably not do it unless you make sure. And this one is really good for support. Like, yeah, to place around and deal a lot of damage. Now, Druid, I'd recommend Spirit of the Forest because it's cheap, really good. Uh, I honestly don't really like Avatar of Wrath because I'm sorry, thought I was gonna sneeze, my bad. Because I don't really know much about him, and Monarch of Storms is good for pushing back balloons. So if you want, you can get him, but the Spirit of the Forest is the best path. Now, Mud Monkey is pretty mid. Poseidon, honestly, it doesn't matter which one you go, they're all pretty good. Final Harmonica is really good when you have problems with balloons and you just want them to be stunned for a while. Lord of the Abyss, if you want water towers to be on land, it's really good for that one hero that is only on water. I don't remember what she's called. And Poseidon is really good for clearing out the screen. Now, I personally recommend getting a lot of banana research facilities and banana centrals if you have a lot of farm monkeys and you're not lazy, or if you're not lazy collecting them. Uh, I don't recommend going for this one because it's expensive and you can get loans that sometimes don't pay out easily. And Monkey Wall Street, it's pretty good if you're too lazy to collect the actual banana central money or other things. Now, Spike Factory. I personally recommend Perma Spike because it's cheap, it's really overpowered, and really you can get it really early. I was drinking tea, my bad. Carpet of Spikes is good for Moabs as well as Super Mines, but this one is really expensive, so get it if you're second deal on Musk or something like that. Primary expertise if you want extra damage and you use a lot of primary monkeys, which is actually a good enough tactic since Desperado was added. He's really overpowered. And wait, wrong tower. You can get it. It's really overpowered and cheap, and I personally recommend it. Homeland Defense is a really good support to make everything better. And Monkeyopolis is good when you do farms, so you can just get all your farms in there, and it's like I'm gonna show you how it works. Like, so you got farms. a couple. I'm just gonna place one because I'm kind of tired. And yeah, requires banana farms. It just kind of collects them. Yeah, it doesn't collect tier 5s, I guess. And it just throws bananas for them. Yeah, so that's it about him. Now I'm gonna leave the best for the last. Megalodon, you should mainly go for Megalodon because it's real. You can even hook in the BAD, the first BAD you see. Giant Pokai should be really good because it can push back the balloons and it's really good. And Gigantosaurus, if you have some money, you can just invest in it. And like I said, the best for last. My favorite tower. If you want more troops without spending much money and space, get the Sentry Champion. It's really good. It shoots overpowered shots. They explode, dealing a lot of damage to balloons. Just everything you want. Now, Ultra Boost is an MVP to boost every monkey you need, and it's genuinely really overpowered in late games. But some bosses actually give themselves buffs if you place him other supports. And XXL Trap is really good path if you want to get rid of some DDTs, you want to get some money, and you want him to have two guns. It's really reliable choice for being pretty cheap. So yeah, that's all the that's all the I can tell about now. The all That's all the monkeys there is in the game so far. Forgive me. Uh, and this game often updates. The new updates upcoming, which is won't be a big update. All there will be added is a skin to Gwendolyn and a new map. So tell me if you want to for me to make a video about how to make a VTSG, which is fairly simple. I'm immediately gonna tell you you need there can only be one. But yeah, so also I'll be able to still all hold the progression that I recommend getting. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Please press like and subscribe. And I'll probably make some more shorter videos today because I got a lot of free time and I'm not feeling that bad. So thank you for watching. Bye. Have a great day.